Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Um, a few minutes ago, I was being guided um, guided by the universe to do a video about the, um, the phones that we're using. Because I had made several videos about Microsoft, Alphabet, Google, and the tech companies and see how they're doing this year. And I believe that there are circumstances where cyber attacks can be an issue. And in this case, in this case, I think about the phones that we're using, whether they're gonna be secured enough for the collective to use in the year of 2024. Um, and right now, before you listen to the rest of the video, I have to especially emphasize that this is about the collective. This is about the general population. And there will be always cyber attacks or kind of a problems for specific people, specific phones. And right here, right now, the reading I'm doing is pointing towards the collective, the general population. That does not include specific people or specific phones that are vulnerable. I'm just talking about the general security of the OS, the platform of the phones. It is very general. I just want to track to see if there are any um, specific problems that can occur to the platform itself. Now, you may say, hey, so how about those Android versions that are, outdated? Oh, wow. If they're outdated, then they do not have the security patches installed and they are still going to be vulnerable. So, what I'm trying to do in this video is about the most current versions and for the most general population. Um, is it going to be safe for them to use this platform, these phones? So, uh, if you have a phone that has a really outdated Android version, right now is Android 14, so I would say maybe you have an Android 7, Android 6, or maybe even lower. I don't know, but please take that into consideration. And for outdated platforms, they are always vulnerable for attacks, right? So in that case, this spread does not apply to those circumstances. This spread is about the general. In general, for the collective level, is it going to be safe or is it not going to be safe? So I just want to put this out there, and because specific people, specific phones, uh, you know, uh, there are always problems going to happen. And this video is for the public, for the collective. So it does not apply for specific people, specific circumstances. So just let me to make it very clear. Okay, without further ado, I would like to explain that from the beginning, the Four of Cups at the beginning of the spread, it is about making choices and it is about being not fulfilled. I think the platform itself, before this year, there were several directions for the platform to um, consider about security concerns. I don't know if the developers were trying to figure out which way will be the best way um, to protect the system. What comes to my mind right now is, as we all know, Android platform is being used by several manufacturers like uh, Nokia, Samsung, LG. Well, they no longer make phones, but yeah, they did. Sony. There are a lot of manufacturers who are making Android phones, and for this reason, the security features can vary from this manufacturer to that manufacturer. For example, the Samsung phones, they have the Knox, right? KNOX system to protect their phones. And for the Google Pixels, they rely on the monthly or maybe even weekly. I don't know. I don't own one, so I don't know. But one of the features, the selling point is to receive regular OS updates, regular security patches, more regular than the other manufacturers, blah blah blah. So those are the security features that are being offered for Android phones. So in this case, Four of Cups Energy, I would feel like it is about, maybe Android platform is trying to figure out how to implement the security feature, um, because there are so many security features and each manufacturer is doing their own stuff, sort of, even though they are universally supported by the Google security patches, but they're also doing their own thing. So, which is can be a good thing or uh, can be a not so good thing at the same time, because when everybody is doing their own thing, it is kind of it's not unified in some sense. So they have to align. Google provides security patches to the phones, and then the phone manufacturers, they also provide some form of security for the phones. So they have to align with each other to provide the maximum security feature and benefit for the users, right? So I think I'm referring the Four of Cups energy towards that scenario, because everybody is doing their own thing, and while Google is also providing the security patches. So kind of like there are options on the table, and at the same time, it's not really that bad because I don't see Four of Cups as something dangerous. Um, Definitely, it points towards things that can be improved because, as you can see, the person having four cups at the same time being offered to this person, and they just need to figure out the right way, the best way to implement the security features for the Android platform phones in general. So at the current situation, Three of Cups means, usually it means happiness, celebrations. It can mean three parties, three side. Um, Maybe there are three sides of the technological side or whatever coming together to create a more secured platform for the Android phones in general. So right now, something is being celebrated and they feel happy about. So I feel like in this year, at some point, you're gonna hear about, oh, okay, Google phones, they're implementing this new feature to secure the platform, the Android OS. So customers, you don't need to worry that much because we are doing the job, okay? We are aligning with different aspects with manufacturers. We gonna try our best to protect your security, the security of your phones. So you're gonna hear about some news about this, and initially it's gonna be pretty happy. So, and I have to emphasize that it is about some kind of collaboration. Probably Google and the other maybe a phone manufacturer. They try to do something together to secure the system. Yeah. So this is the thing that uh, is worth to mention. Why? I will tell you later why. So Eight of Wands on top of it. Eight of Wands usually means communication. It also means very swift development. Um, so first scenario is it is possible that Google Android they're trying to implement something, some kind of security related features in a very quick manner. So they try to do everything at once, but when they try to do everything at once, it's gonna go haywire. Then when it goes haywire, it's gonna cause problems, right? So this is one of the possible issues that can create security issues because they want to implement everything at once and then it's gonna not play out the way they want it to be. The second scenario is something happened pretty quickly that is getting out of control and definitely is about communication. Um, in this case, I feel like it can be some kind of monetary transactions that um, that are meant to be, to go through in a relatively quick, uh, a quick manner to finish the transaction. So maybe the NFC thing, you tap the phone and then Google Pay and then it's gonna be paid, something like that. It's something is meant to do the job quickly, but it's too quick, probably too quick, and probably in between the transactions something goes wrong. So this can be the second scenario. The third scenario is, as we always concerned about cyber attack, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen rapidly. It's gonna happen rapidly, and it's about the money. So I think monetary transactions through the phone can be really, really sensitive this year, especially. So why I'm saying this? Because on top of this spread is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is definitely about the banking system, the big banks. So be aware of banking apps, I would say. Banking apps, crypto apps, stock apps, investment apps, be aware because they align with the Eight of Wands energy. Like you push a button, you press the button, and then you bought the stock, you bought the crypto, and you press it again, you sold it pretty quickly, right? And that kind of process can be compromised in this year somehow. So be aware. Uh, Better safe than sorry. That's what I want to say. Because Eight of Wands energy is about something very quickly, swiftly, and then it doesn't go all the way. And it's, probably it's about the speed, probably just something can go wrong in a very quick manner. You see what I mean? And at the bottom there is Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it is something get out of hand, and it is about something that is not being controlled by us. So um, I can still think about it might be cyber attacked because it is not something that we can control or for ordinary customers to control. When they get the attack, then they get the attack. Um, it is also possibly because of a major change. If they want to implement a major change and that change is related to security features, that change might cause problems because they want to implement the change too rapidly. And when you do it too rapidly, it's gonna go haywire. So be aware of some kind of major change when they announce it. You're gonna know. Probably you're gonna know about it because they're gonna make it look pretty well. Like, you know, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, yay! It's a happy thing. It's a happy news. It is a good news." But guess what? The good news is not a good news because it's gonna go down somehow. Two of Swords at the uh, recent future position. It means about making peace. So it's about making a wise choice and making peace. So something will go wrong, and then they have to, the platform itself, it has to, you know, uh, make a compromise. Okay, we wanted to advance that feature, for instance. We promised this to work out fine, but it turns out it's not working as intended. So we now have to postpone the feature. We have to roll back the updates, or maybe for whatever reasons they just have to make peace with that because it's not gonna work as intended. So, um, and that, and the King of Swords means something very scientific. Something very scientific. So I feel like for the security features for the Android platforms, um, I feel like maybe the most vulnerable platforms will be the latest ones, right? Because usually the latest platforms, um, they are where the company's gonna use most of the experimental features on, right? Because they are the latest. They are supposed to receive the latest technologies, right? But in this case, probably they want to implement something very scientific for the phones, the most updated phones. They probably, if they want to give out such features, then I feel like the phones that are gonna suffer will be the most latest ones because they are supposed to receive the new and latest technologies. Three of Swords after King of Swords is about someone being scientific, uh, about some kind of features, um, looks scientific, looks logical, but then it doesn't play out the way it is supposed to. So, Ten of Pentacles after Three of Swords, probably there can be some kind of transactional issues related to money, and it's gonna be big money because coupled with the King of Pentacles in this spread, some kind of big payouts will be paid because of some security concerns or maybe breaches or whatever. There will be big money involved. So, um, in this case, I'm very concerned about the banking apps and all the investments apps, including crypto apps and also the stock apps. So, please handle all the payments, securely, um, or maybe limit the use this year, because it doesn't sound to be very safe this year to use money with the phone, especially Android phones. So, but I don't see it as really really bad. I feel like it's more like a security feature goes haywire, but it's also about, but the haywire can also be caused by some kind of virus. But I feel like it's because of the implementation and coupled with the speed of the implementation, then it goes wrong somehow. um, I don't feel too bad about it because the Two of Swords is about making peace in a situation. So some peaceful action can be seen in this spread. Even though people will feel disappointed about that, but disappointed is not the end of the world. if we get a 10 of swords, then then that's it. Something is definitely it is not going to be recovered. But here, because I see two of swords, then that means even when something go haywire, um, there there is the capacity for the Android platform to mend things to the right way, so they can rescue it. I believe that that can be done, and people who probably if they lose the money because of cyber attack or whatever security concerns, I believe that they are likely to get it back because of the Two of Swords energy. It is about making peace, and legal settlements can also be considered in this case. At the end of this spread, Knight of Cups is about some kind of good news. Um, the platform itself is still trying to thrive in the area of security concerns. They will try, they will keep going to do better. Um, and I think at the end, there will be some good news about the the security concerns that will happen this year. I don't think it is something that cannot be corrected. I believe that people will feel disappointed about the instance. Uh, the incidents, they will feel sad about it, heartbreak. But uh, the platform itself, it's still gonna be, having a lot of vitality to strive for the best, because Knight of Cups is about they have the vision to do something good, to actually to make the improvements that they want to make. Um, for some reasons, I feel like maybe are they gonna move some of the Google servers, the Android servers from this location to that location. I don't know why this come up in my mind, but it is possible. Maybe they want to change the location so that it can be more centralized and not being controlled by some kind of outside sources, right? Yeah, no matter what, I do see the platform itself. It has troubles, but it's not like the end of the world. And they will, when things happen, they will mend things with the customers. So that's how I think about the security concerns for Android phones this year for the general public. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. It will help me a lot. If you like this channel, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave that below. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time. Take care.